G'day folks, and welcome back to the channel for part number 13 of my Beginner's Fire Pets Cabalist playthrough. Last episode we got about halfway through the city of Malmouth, and I talked to you about getting the Tor Exterior bounty to farm yourself a new hat. Now I've gone and farmed myself a new hat, as you can probably see by the jump in XP. I think I've gained something like 3/4 of a level. My level up point went into Physique, and my 2 skill points went into Hellfire here. This is nearly complete, so it's just about time to start moving up. I will maybe put another 2 points into Blood of Dreeg here, just to get the heal to a nice round 20%. This is completely optional though. I may end up skipping that. So, I did indeed get myself a hat, and this is the first one that dropped. So the resistant there giving me the cold and lightning resistances, and then of the Aether giving me the Aether damage. Both of those affixes are basically worthless, but this took me about 3 complete clears of the Crown Hill area. I think I killed Tor Exterior 4 or 5 times and completely cleared the area 3 or 4 times. I forget exactly how many. However, the actual helmet itself is the part that matters. So, +3 to Undead Legion is an additional skeleton, and then +4 summons to raise skeletons. I almost wish wasn't on there anymore, but it is, so we make do. And then we get some elemental resist for the pets, and the skill energy cost for raised skeletons is completely removed, so it is now free. So let's chuck that on. You'll notice that a couple of my resistances got moved around. Poison, I push this button, I don't have to worry about poison and acid anymore. And I am 1% under on piercing, so I kind of don't care about that. Now, while I was doing my run around, I happened to find the Jewel of the Royal Crown here. This is piercing and bleeding, so I could go ahead and cap these out, but I would lose 3 points in Bonds of Bismail, I guess, and either summon familiar or raise skeletons. For 1% piercing resistance, I don't think that's worth it, so I'm just not going to. And I do have the Empowered Mistwalker leggings, although to put those on, I would absolutely have to then use the Jewel of the Royal Crown, because it would uncap my pierce and bleeding by a decent amount. I would also lose 5% physical, although technically it would only be 1%. Let's just chuck it on and see what happens. Resistances are kind of okay. We'll chuck the Soul Shard on that, and that'll be this one fine. So actually, this is probably a good idea. Going from 400 to almost 900 armor on your pants is never a bad thing, so I am actually going to make this trade. Unfortunately, it does mean I'll be losing +3 to Summon Familiar, but it kind of is what it is. The other loss I'll be taking is 3 points on raised skeletons, which is not ideal. However, we do have at level 65, so 7 levels, we'll be getting +2 on the chest and +2 on the shoulders as well, so not the end of the world. So I'm going to make those changes, and I do now have to go and get my components back, because I don't really want to lose all of the armor absorption. Am I going to do this? Yes, I don't think I will use those pants again, so we'll put that on there. I'm going to leave the anti-venom salve off. Now, putting an anti-venom salve on the belt is done not for the poison and acid resistance, but for the 24 armor in all your other slots, so that one can stay. But anti-venom salve on your helmet when you're playing a Cabalist who has maxed out Aspect of the Guardian is really kind of not something you need to do. 100% poison and acid resistance, and all you have to do is push this button once every 20 to 60 seconds. Actually, does this last 2 minutes now? No, it only lasts 1 minute. But you only have to push this every, let's say, it says between 10.6 and 60 seconds. So you just push this anytime you either need a heal or you see that it is pushable. And poison and acid is just completely not an issue. So I'm going to leave that blank. Now, we're only level 58, so I'm not quite at the point where I want to go and get a prismatic diamond, even though I definitely do want to go and get one. But we'll leave that there. I think Prismatic Diamond is either level 55 or level 65, so we will leave it for now. But the important part, we're up to 9 skeletons now. Every time we summon this, it says it's got an 11 summon limit. Let's see if that's true. Yeah, it is. Alright. 20 out of 12. This is as high as you want to go in this. If you do somehow get this to 22 out of 12, go ahead and take 2 points out of it. The only difference is, I think, 0.2 second skill recharge and a little bit of skill energy cost. And this is currently free. So 2 points extra in there is a complete waste. Getting raised skeletons up, obviously, is going to be a good thing. But we do have all of our MIs now, and we are good to go. So, with that in mind, let's bounce on over to Crown Hill here. And let me show you where Tor Exterior lives, because there are actually 5 places where Tor Exterior lives. And I wouldn't say I came up with it, it's pretty obvious what the intended path is. Basically, you come down here, there's one spawn, you come up here, there's another spawn, and then you can either go through this way, and there's another spawn here, or what I've been doing is, you know what, I'll just show you. I've still got the quest, so we'll go kill Tor Exterior. I kind of need to go most of the places anyway, or at least half of them, because we're heading to kill the Shaper of whatever, Theoden. We're gonna go kill Theoden. So these guys here are all worth killing. They didn't drop me a helmet. I actually got the drop from Tor Exterior, but they can, especially the ones with yellow names. So like the Spellbreaker is a good candidate for dropping the helmet. So from this building, which is one spawn location, you want to head up this way, poke your head in here. Just at the top of these stairs is another one of the potential locations. Still not entirely sure how stairs work in this game. There's Tor Exterior, so we'll go ahead and kill him, her, it, whatever. We'll go with it, is possessed. So that's definitely an it. We are taking a huge amount of damage. All of our pets are nice and dead. Actually, how is our Devil's Crossing rep? I think we don't have enough for it. We'll go through this first. So check here, then check here, then we'll come over this way. This area is really good to clear out because there's going to be a decent number of heroes through this area as well. And especially Val Exterior up here is really good for reputation. Like, your normal heroes are plus 52 with the Black Legion. Well, guess who's 112? If you said Val Exterior, then you win a prize. There's no actual prize, I'm sorry. There we go, that's dead. And look at that, 75. I swear it's going to be 112 with Black Legion, isn't it? Yeah, there it is. So 75 with the Malmouth resistance. We don't have the writ for them yet, but that's fine. More mages just here, and we want to check. I mean, I already found Val Exterior, but Val Exterior can be not quite on this platform. It's just over here in this platform. And then the last one spot that it can be, because it's only got 5 spots. So down here is another one, and the last one is over here. I'm not going to go over there because this is where I'm heading, but those are the areas. This place has had a treasure trove several times for me. It's quite common to be there. Didn't realize it until, I think, last episode when I was recording. But that's fine. Let's summon ourselves another pack of the Bony Boys, and we're going to go kill Theoden. Now, pet Aether resistance. If you have Taskmasters as a prefix, you can get Aether resistance from that. 15% though is honestly kind of, I'm going to call it enough. So we're just going to roll with it. I'm not going to go and swap out my damage components on my weapon for an Aether resistance aura. You can do that if you don't want to mess with resummoning your skeletons. Go ahead and do that. It's not the end of the world. It'll take you a little bit longer to kill things, but you won't have to resummon as often. Not worth the trade, in my opinion. But hey, I'm just some guy on the internet, right? And a lot of people really don't want to resummon their pets if they can avoid it. So if that's you, go ahead and swap those resistance auras in. Actually, if that's you, you've probably already done that. Which is fine, it's just not something that I'm interested in doing. Alright, we're going to push through here relatively quickly. Not too horribly interested in murdering all of this stuff, although, I mean, more XP is more XP. There's no two ways about it. There's some more reputation, which you love to see. And in this little room here, we have another secret area. So we can just beat this bit of the wall down, go in here, and we have some hidden flesh-warped spoils. This is basically a hidden stash. 2 rare items, bunch of coins, maybe a component or 2. Nothing too fancy. This door, locked by the ethereals. Can I get the quest for that just yet? We'll go find out. Actually, this is that ultimate only? It might be an ultimate only quest. We'll go over here and have a look anyway. So we need to talk to Sia Rugia, who is down here. Yeah, it's going to be ultimate only. I was super excited until I thought about why. I'm super excited because that quest is worth a skill point, and hang on a second. You only get the skill point in ultimate, so yes, the quest, I believe, is only going to be available in ultimate. It may also just be locked behind killing Theoden. That's alright, we'll go through here. There is another little hidden area here with another hidden spoils. Aggressive Imperial Hauberk of Caged Souls. That one might be worth using. That is a lot of heroes. And it doesn't even matter. They're all dead. Okay, this area here, fairly, I would say semi-regularly, you're going to get one of the hero mages. So this could be another good place to farm up a, well that's not it. This one is a new hat. Okay, we've got vitality resistance instead of the cold and lightning, and we have got the same suffix, so bit of a side grade really. My vitality res is basically fine, but I'll swap that in at some point, I'm sure. Let's just get out of whatever that damage is that's all over the floor. Maybe resummon a few of our boys. This is not ideal. You don't want to be resummoning 9 at a time. I mean, yes, it's nice to be able to zerg bosses down. Oh, there's hidden spoils over here too. It's good to be able to zerg the bosses down, but I prefer having somewhere around 4 or 5 additional summons at a time, or total summons at a time. Because what you want to do is you want to have all of the, I don't want to say worthless, but all of the weaker melee pets run in and get killed, and then you want to be able to resummon them. But if you resummon 9 out of 11 at a time, your 3 melee guys will run in, die, you'll resummon 9, and you'll get 3 new melee guys, and it just kind of doesn't work. So you want, I know it's going to sound weird, but ideally you actually want 0 extra summons, because the less you summon at a time, the easier it is to get all archers and mages, which is what you want. Okay, we are definitely seeing a decent amount of goop on the floor in here, and we're going to start seeing, or we have been seeing, the mages dropping a little bit, or the skeletons dropping a little bit. Unfortunately, we don't have the level or the faction requirements for buying the right components yet, or augments yet, but that's fine. We'll take care of Flesh Weaver Krieg. If you just stand in place here, and assuming your minions don't walk over the bombs, you can't get sundered. Alright, where is... Let's grab all this. Here we go. Destroy the womb. You definitely want to burn it down. This place is pretty much evil. And then we've got a little bit of loot here. I thought there was a second one the first time you come through here, but maybe I'm misremembering. Let's go ahead and eat the blueprint, eat the law note. And now what we're looking for in this section is 2 heroes. I want to say it's Hagelvar and someone else. I forget the exact name. Hrothgar? Something like that. I don't know, we'll find him, we'll kill him, and that'll open up the door to Theoden. Okay, I'm missing one skeleton, so let's resummon all of them. Yeah, there's Hagelvar. You'll see them show up on the map as stars, so you'll be able to take them out relatively quickly. They are decently tanky, but we are also decently ganky. Let's go ahead and get a new fire puppy. And we'll keep pushing through here. This star is the door to Theoden. Not interested in that just yet because we can't actually open it. So we'll push down the side here and just see if we can't find Ralgar, is it? Ralgar, Rothgar? It's something that starts with R, I swear. He'll pop up here on the map in a second, usually in this corner. Not today. Something that is in this corner though, you just saw the wall fall down there. You can go in there and attack another wall. And then there's some more loot in the walls. So always fun getting the loot out of the walls. There is an NPC over there. It appears to be cut content. Maybe we'll see the end of that in the Fangs of Astrakhan. But we're just going to leave him for now. Here he is, Rodalgar. There we go. I knew it started with R. And let's go ahead and get out of the goop. Alright, he's down. The Jewel of the Royal Crown. Now, that is now 2 pieces of that set. Unfortunately, they're both the same piece. I'm going to hang on to that, because if I can get a 3rd piece, then we can go and transmute them, and we'll have a set of jewelry that gives +1 to all skills. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it. It is a really good set, because each piece has 2 different resistances, so it's basically like 20 to 30% to... I'm pretty sure it's every resistance. And then on top of that, you get 5% to all your stats, you get a bunch of health, and you get +1 to all skills in 2 masteries instead of just in Necromancer. So, yeah, if I can get a 3rd piece of that set, I'll be very happy. Also, looks like there might be something going on there, but maybe not. Okay, before we do this, I just want to go and confirm that we don't have enough reputation with Devil's Crossing to buy the resistance augments. These ones are going to be elemental anyway, so it's not too big of a deal if we don't have them. No, we don't. So this is Honored, and Rifthound Salts is the ones I was thinking of. So this is elemental and chaos for your pets. This is almost certainly going to be the first one you get access to, but we don't have it yet. Let's go ahead and sell all of this stuff. And I am in town, so let's go ahead and chuck that on. I don't have a component on it yet. Aether damage percentage, who cares? So I lose 3% all damage on my pets, and I gain a decent chunk of vitality res, which will be useful for when we go to... what's the next difficulty? Ultimate. There we go. And there was something I wanted to check here, these books. Yeah, Aggressive with the Void, no thank you. Alright, that's fine. Right, Aether is capped, Lightning is way over cap. That's, I think, the only ones you really need to be worried about with our good friend Theoden. We should be able to kill him relatively easily. You will have to resummon pets. Okay, it's going to happen. Wait till you get down to about 6 and then resummon. These will come up pretty quickly. The recast is, what, 8 seconds? So you can actually summon more than 1 skeleton every single second, and it costs you no energy, so you can do that forever until you die. Alright, let's go kill him. I'm not expecting any great difficulties here. Cap your resistances. We've got 2 different heals. We've got technically 3 with the healing potion as well, so we're going to be fine. Let's go ahead and curse him up, push the damage button, kill his friends, and look how fast we're burning through him. Haven't lost a skeleton yet, which is nice. My arrogance has been the end of several characters. That is very true. Is it arrogance, though, or is it just confidence? It's overconfidence, certainly, which I guess makes it arrogance. Alright, there we go. Burn through the second form pretty quickly. I'm going to refresh the skellies, just so we have a full set for the third form. And here we go. Now when he jumps up into the air, he's going to land and put a pool of goop at your feet. Stay out of the goop is basically the long and the short of it. Let's just curse him. Keep him cursed. There's the jump up in the air. And you know what? We need some extra auras. And he's dead. There we go. Grab the loot. Try not to get sundered. Everything's dead. This lightning will still hurt you, so make sure you're not standing in that. Also, just so as everybody knows, over here on the sides, there is these little aether-filled passages. Now, if you go up them, the only thing that's up there is death. So, don't even bother trying. There's nothing up there. There's no loot. It's just death. So, definitely not worth it. Okay, what are we doing? We are done with this particular X-Pack. So, we've got a couple extra cleanup quests to do here. May as well go and do those. We have the boss quest turn-in, which I think is going to be... Is that Corinia? Where are we up to? Inquisitor Creed. Okay, let's just talk to people. Okay, I've already got my hat. If you don't have your hat, make sure you don't turn the quest in. And I'm not going to pick up another one. So, we'll take the reputation there. What are you planning? And that is Black Iron Docks. Beautiful. Okay, looks like we have to go into the sewers to talk to Inquisitor Creed. Am I wrong? The Resistance hideout. He's out here, isn't he? Well, here's Rivia anyway. So this is the Ethereals are using all the women of the city as incubators, which is kind of messed up. Oh, here's Creed. Was he there before, or am I just blind? Not sure. Shard of Astrakhan, cold damage. This is actually a really, really good weapon. It's level 50, okay? But look at that chilling presence. 8% cold and lightning resistant shred, some cold damage, some frostburn damage, and slows enemy movement around you. There is a mythical Shard of Astrakhan, but it does not have the chilling presence aura. So if you're playing a cold caster, this one might be worth hanging on to. I'm not going to, because I'm not playing a cold caster. But that is one of the legendary items where the low-level version actually has additional buffs compared to the high-level version. Also, we have Yvonda, specifically her gift for returning her note to her. This is basically an Exalted stash, so we got some nice boots with some resistances on them. I'm actually probably going to wear those. 93, 93, 90, yeah, absolutely. Chuck those on for sure. Alright, 1 point of physique. Where are we going for skill points? Cap that out, so the dog's maxed out. Now, you could put some more points into vulnerability here. I've been cursing things to trigger the Shepherd's Call, but 3% elemental resistant shred is not particularly amazing. Having said that, though, manipulation here is really, really good. And getting at least a point in Infernal Breath here is also quite good. The reduced target's damage is quite nice, since we're not really getting it from anywhere else, I don't think. We could put 10 points in Ill Omen for reduced target's damage, and that's probably not a horrible idea, but I'm not going to. I am going to put an extra point in Skelly's, though. Having as many points in that as you can get is definitely a good thing. Okay, so Black Iron Docks. And by Black Iron Docks, I mean, let's go get that Mark of the Traveler back. For some reason I was thinking that might have been a Mark of Mogdrogan, but obviously it is not. Okay. Black Iron Docks. Let's go do those. We'll start at Crown Hill. Will we? No, you know what? We'll run from the Steel Cap District. So, hopefully I remembered to... I didn't remember to blow the detonation slide. I'm pretty sure I said that you should do that. If you're going to farm for the book, you should definitely do it. If you're not going to farm for the book, it can pay off. in situations like this where I'm now going to have to do a little bit extra running compared to what I would have if I had blown that dynamite site. This is going to be the last time I come out here though, so I'm not going to spend the dynamite now. Alright, let's just give the bony boys a second here to clear the area so I can actually get through the doors. There's the outcast, getting reputation just for randomly existing in the world and killing ethereals. Any ethereals you kill, any chthonics you kill, the outcast loves it all. I don't know how she can see this. She's on the other side of the world, effectively. But, hey, she loves it. I'm getting reputation. Everybody's happy. Definitely want the Aether Crystals. These things here as well have been dropping Aether Clusters for me quite nicely today. Aether Shards are also acceptable. That's basically 3 dynamite. So I will take that one for sure. Just in here is where Evander's stash is as well. So I don't have the quest anymore. I can't go and do it. But if you wanted to... well, you probably already passed that point as well, since that was the last episode. But you can definitely get both of the rewards there. I don't think it's worth the time spent. Definitely not in veteran or in normal difficulty. It's absolutely not worth it. But you could make the argument in ultimate that the extra chests from her stash are worth the time. All right, let's go around Chaos Junction here after we get the Aether Cluster, of course. Or the Aether Shard. Shards are good as well. Okay, lots of mages in here, which I'm going to murder to death. It's also Fleshweaver Haraxis. Okay, we're getting Ascendant items, which could be good. Losing a couple of Skelly Boys here and there. We'll just get a new pack over there. It's mostly due to all the Aether goop on the floor, mostly. Not entirely, but, you know, a lot of it is due to the Aether goop on the floor. We're down a few Skellies again. Haraxis doing his best to not die, eventually failing. Get the auras back, refresh the bony boys, and let's take a shortcut. We don't need to clear all that stuff. We can just run through this house. And this will get us to the Black Iron Docks, just up here. So we're at the point now where we have the auras from the cultist pets are both completely maxed out in terms of points. And so we're getting a lot, and I mean a lot, seriously, tons of damage from those 2 auras. So these pets are probably worth setting to defensive, just so as they're less likely to die and you can keep your auras active. Let's go ahead and do that, actually. Just so defensive pets tend to stay closer to you, and they tend to take less damage. Definitely don't have to do it, but it's a minor optimization that you can choose to or not do. Skeleton standing in the doorway, shooting the door jam. Love to see it. If you can get them to stand in the right spot, they can do really good damage. But if you can get them to stand in the wrong spot, they can do 0 damage. And of course, they're undead skeletons. They don't have brains. They can't think for themselves. Okay, I like to turn the loot off for this little section here. Up to you if you want to do that yourself or not. But being able to see what's going on is usually a good idea. Let's head up here and kill this off. This is where the waves are going to spawn, so probably worth having your army kind of hanging out in this area. Aether Shard, definitely want that. Again, that's another 3 dynamite. In between waves, I'm going to summon a new set of skeletons. Oh, there we go. They're dying like flies. There we go. I am checking these to make sure that there are no arcanes. There is an arcane hero that likes to spawn here. There he is. So we'll kill him. And we've just hit Honored with Malmouth, which you'll love to see. So we can go and grab the writ from them as well. Okay, Black Iron docks are cleared. Quest complete. Let's go talk to Karinia here. Docks are ours. What heads need cutting? We've just hit Honored. That's why we're able to get this quest. If you didn't have Honored Reputation, you wouldn't get this. So if it didn't take you, or if it took you less time than it took me in order to get your nice shiny new helmet, then you may actually not be able to get this quest just yet. Okay, none of those are the book that I want. Okay, we'll go do the, not the Hidden Path, the Rise of the Insurgent. So for that one, we head to Crown Hill. Did I just level up? No, I didn't. Getting very close to being able to use the faction armor, though. I'm pretty excited about that. Once we can use that, we effectively get a level up worth of skill points back, because we'll be getting +4 to raise skeletons, so we'll have to take 2 points out of the skill, which basically means we get 4 skill points to play with at level 65. But we're not there yet, so we'll just keep on keeping on. And we're going to go inside the fort here. This is the Chamber of the High Council. Not really a fort, but it's kind of fortified. Counts, right? Okay, another Aether Shard. That's 3 more dynamite. I should probably craft some more dynamite, actually. So we're just going to murder all of this to death, and then we'll move up the hallway there. Obviously, I like getting the loot. Everybody's dead. Love to see it. This little section here, you can go around all this. You don't have to fight it. It's probably, well, it's not probably quicker. It's definitely quicker. If you're outside, actually, you can see this part in the actual world. Looking down from above, you can see this little section here. It's kind of cool. Some continuity, I guess we'll call it. Alright, once we get over this bridge, we'll have a few friends to greet, and then we will be into the actual council. So I want to kill all this, just so as I don't have anyone chasing me. This will allow me to kite if I need to. And you know what, we'll refresh all 3 of those as well. Just gonna take a second, and I think we're good to go. Alright, so these guys are... I mean, they're not pushovers by any means, but they should die relatively quickly. When you get them low, they will have these little crystals that'll start orbiting them. They take much less damage while those crystals are spinning around. You can see this guy's got them. Basically, it means that the last guy to die, who has extra crystals, usually takes a little bit longer. Turns out we just have tons of damage and it doesn't matter. And you'll see the crystals over here around the trash in the loot room. Apparently I never turned the loot on. I wonder what's in the Black Iron docks. Probably nothing worth going back for. Okay, so the loot room is not this one, but this does have some loot in it. We are missing our birdie. And we could use some more bony boys. So these guys all have the same crystals around them, and we've got some loot to pick up, so let's pop all these chests. Doom Touch. I think I've seen that pair of gloves twice today. Something like that. Alright, there's the loot room cleared. All of the council is dead, so we can just head on out. Okay, let's go turn it in. And then I think we are actually done with Ashes of Malmouth. We have all of the MIs we need. Okay, we picked up the Band of Black Ice, which... No. It had to be done. Let's see, no books, so we can just sell all of that. Yvonne's stash is just over here. I can't remember if I showed this in this episode or if I popped this while I was not recording, but that's where her stash is. It's an Exalted stash. Now that I'm saying it, I'm pretty sure I did mention it. But anyway, that's fine. Alright, let's go craft some more dynamite. just so as I have a little bit extra, and we might call that the end of this episode, actually. Seems like a good place to end it. It's a little bit early, but we will come back next episode and get started on, or continue, the Forgotten Gods. So, yep, that's going to be the end of the episode, so thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and goodbye for now.